Hello everybody, welcome back to another tanning trials video on my channel. So for this week's review, we're going to be testing out the brand new Tropez Luxe Body Serum. This product was recently released by Tropez and I have never bought something so quick in my life. I scooted over to Amazon because that was the quickest place I could get it. It was around about £26.50 I think. Got it next day with Amazon, but you can buy it in loads of different places. One of the main reasons why I was so excited to try this out is because this is a body serum first of all. Never had a tanning body serum before that you didn't just use like on your face. You obviously have the dropping serums that you can put into moisturizer and things, or you can put directly onto your face, but never one that you can use on your entire body. Not only that, I was also excited about the fact that this serum has things like niacinamide in there, hyaluronic acid, B5, and also collagen boosting formula. Chef's kiss. Beautiful, like skincare in a self-tan. Also has a no rinse formula, lightweight, just really beautiful finish on the skin, has next to no smell, dries really quickly, all of this good stuff. The temperature in the UK has gone downhill and my skin is getting dry again. I still want to be tanned, I still want to look fresh, I still want to look sun-kissed. And normal mousse tan does kind of dry my skin out quite a bit, so I was hoping that this will do the trick and sort me right out. So step one, as you would normally do, you usually exfoliate, shave, moisturize either the night before you want to apply tan as you normally would, or a few hours before if your skin can kind of go with that. So even though this is a serum formula, you still need to do the same amount of prep that you would do with any other tan application. As you'll see from the clips on the screen, this is what my skin looked like before I got started. I haven't had any fake tan on for quite a while at this point. I can't lie, the skin on my face is not great, so I was a little bit wary of actually applying this to my face, but you know what, for the purposes of the video, I've just got to go in, I've just got to do what I need to do. All of the main ingredients within this serum are things that I would apply onto my face as products and serums anyway. If you've got really problematic skin, maybe don't try it all over your face. But if you're really lucky and have great skin, you don't need to worry about that. You can just put it on your face. So moving on to the first step of application, apply this the same way that you would normally do any other tan. A couple of pumps onto a tanning mitt, rub that onto your skin, obviously because it is a clear-ish formula. The same kind of procedure as you do with any clear tans. You can see from the skin finish where you have applied and where you haven't. Just rub it on nice and evenly. It's super lightweight, don't need a lot of it either. First thing that I noticed after applying it to my first arm was the smell. It had a really nice light fragrance to it, just in case if that's something that you are wary of or you want to try and avoid, but it's not enough that's like super overpowering. I could walk around like that and just not worry. Also as well, after rubbing it across my skin, once I'd moved from my chest onto my other arm, I then decided I wanted to just do another layer just so that I could make sure that I really hit all of the areas on my body. I literally had to wait a matter of moments, I mean moments, for it to dry, but like some tans just suck all the moisture out of your body as soon as it hits your skin. This, like with any serum, hydrating, nice, plumping even, really just beautiful finish to my skin. And as I said, I literally waited no time at all before I could put my clothes back on, but before I did that, I did the problem areas, do the usual claw thing in between the fingers as well as in the creasing of your hands. Yeah, I like to do that as well as going around just on my neck, just to really make sure I'm getting in the creases of my neck down here. As I said, let the rest of my body dry for like a couple of minutes, put my clothes back on, did the usual thing, applied it before bed just so I could really make sure that it has time to sink into my skin. I didn't really need to wear long sleeve pajamas or anything because my skin was very much dry to the touch. I have crisp white bedding, okay? So I woke up the next morning, you could instantly see a difference. It was a very light difference, but there was definitely a difference because I was very fair before I started. My skin hasn't seen the light of day for months and months and months. So anything, even the most minute difference is a massive difference for me at this point. I tend to live my life on the edge as a fake tanner and have crisp white bedding, even when I am tanning. And that's what I did. I slept in my crisp white bed, and as you'll see from these photos, there was not 1 inch of fake tan that had seeped off of me. I have a boyfriend that I sleep next to that's like a radiator, so I tend to sweat quite a bit. There wasn't any sweat patches or anything, but there was nothing. Did the same thing as usual, had a shower in the morning. For the purposes of this tan, I didn't need to rinse it off or anything because it is a no rinse. It's literally an apply and go. But the way that this smells and the rate that it dries, I would happily apply this in the morning and go about my normal daily routine. Like, happily. That was how quick it dried, how it didn't transfer onto anything, it didn't smell bad. But one thing I did notice was that it was a very light difference and I wanted more. And another thing they do say with this tan is that it's buildable. You can literally go around the next day and apply it again. Tanning mousses, that's not usually the case. I mean, you can, but it doesn't always work to the best of its abilities. They usually say with tanning mousses that you apply a second coat not long after you've applied the first, like give it a minute to dry and then apply again. Whereas with this, you can kind of keep going until you're happy with the tan, which is exactly what I did. The next morning I just like moisturized after I'd showered, and then the next evening I repeated the same process and applied a second layer of tan. And this is what we're left with now. Hands, it's lasted really well. It didn't like clump around my wrists or anything, so I was very happy with that. As you can see, my elbows are looking a bit dark, but they always do because I have dark elbows naturally, so that doesn't worry me. So far we are on day 4 when I applied it. I think I applied it Friday last week. It is now Monday, so it's been 4 days and we're still looking good, we're still looking fresh. I'm not looking patchy. If I did feel like I looked patchy, I would probably just get a little bit of serum on the brush, pat away. Nice. So yeah, after 2 applications, this is the amount that's gone, and that's for like my full body, which is insane. That's not a lot of product whatsoever. The next day my skin didn't feel thirsty and dry and like crispy. It's amazing. A lot of the times when I come out of the shower, my skin immediately feels dry and tight, which is not a good sign. Obviously, I do moisturize every time I get out of the shower, but with this, I didn't feel the instant need to be like, right, straight into the moisturizer. But there wasn't as much of an urgency to do it as there normally is. What else do I have to tell you? When it comes to the face, it did pretty well, gave me a light sun-kissed glow. Considering I'm having a bad skin month, that is pretty good. Ease of application, amazing. If you are a first-time tan user, you would need to get used to having to see where you have and haven't applied. You just need to look really carefully. Smell wasn't very strong at all. On the scale of like 1 being no smell and 10 being stinky, it was probably like a 3, and it was a pleasant 3. If 0 was my skin is not dry whatsoever and 10 is it's so thirsty it might crack in half, it was literally like 1 at most when I got out of the shower. 10 out of 10 for smooth application. You could literally apply this in the morning, go about your daily routine, and by the evening when you need to maybe go out on a night out or something, it could potentially be fully developed. No rinse, which is great if you are a busy person and like I said, are going on a night out or something and don't have time. Obviously this only comes in 1 shade, so if you want a deeper tan, then you can just keep applying until you are happy. I love the fact that so many tanning products and just products in general are incorporating skincare that aren't potentially going to break you out, or you know that you can use them and you know that they're good for you or they're doing something good for you. So overall, out of 10, how would I rate this product? I think I would rate the Tropez Luxe Body Serum 9 out of 10. Pretty high, I know, pretty generous, but I think it deserves it. I've used a couple of Tropez products in the past and all of them are great, but this one is probably my favourite out of all of them. I really enjoyed using it. I would use it again. I'd recommend it to a friend. I'd recommend it to you guys. It's just smiles all around, okay? Happy, happy, happy. So that was it for this week's tanning trials, testing out the new Tropez Luxe Body Serum. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up so I know. It really does help me out a lot. I'll also leave links in the description to this product in case you want to try it out for yourself, along with my social media. So if you haven't already, make sure to follow me on those. I've got Instagram, I have got a Vinted, and I've got a TikTok. Don't know why that was so hard for me to like comprehend then. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any new tanning videos. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye guys.